Hello and welcome back to another episode of Shapeless Skyrim. My name is Tori.
My name is Tyler, and today we are going to be showing you some view-changing mods to give you a different feel, some different scenery within Skyrim, and as you can see, hot out of the gate, mod number 1, we have Julihah's Old Town Riften, Inner City Overhaul. And as you can see right away, it's some pretty drastic changes.
I don't know about that mountain, but yes, the town is looking much different, and honestly, it looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks really great. It's got that kind of cool medieval feel. So what they did was they retextured the woods, the buildings. There's different types of trees. There's more foliage. And then at night, especially, you'll be able to see this. There's more lights in the city. Apparently, it's going to be 3 separate mods. So a mod that changes the exterior, a mod that changes the interior, and then a separate mod that includes both of them.
Yeah.
So as of right now, this one is just the exterior, and if this is the heat that Julihah is bringing,
yeah,
god damn, I'm excited to show off both of them in one, because Julihah, you put out an absolute banger.
Absolutely. Like, Riften does not get enough love, and I love the city. It's one of my favorites in the game, but it's kind of crappy and plain in a lot of ways, even though like it has a cool feeling and cool missions that take place there. So
yeah.
adding some more love, even just looking up here, like the detailing that comes in on the wood and like the retextured logs and everything like that, it just adds so much. And having like the white siding.
Love that. Yeah, I love that white siding. It makes it feel a little bit like Novigrad in The Witcher.
It does. And I love how they took into account the Thieves Guild. So like there's this little thing that kind of goes across the top, and then there's also some ladders and stuff up on the roofs there.
Yeah, I guess if you're kind of into this nerdy stuff, it might be for you. But I'm not. I'm into motorcycles and hot chicks. So yeah. I don't give a shit about... Stop it. Stop it.
Hey, Tyler.
It looks like a paper mache that I took a picture of, and it's really blurry.
I love Todd's beautiful creation. Hey, now that's a good tree.
Yeah, that's a good looking tree, Julihah. Where'd you get that tree, Julihah? Tell us, Julihah.
Tell us your dirty botanical secrets.
Tell us, yeah. Tell us all about your green thumb. Come on. I do love the vegetation. I
do too.
It's more fitting, because like sometimes in Whiterun there can be too much vegetation, and Whiterun doesn't really fit. Whiterun has more of like the, city feel, whereas this, it's in the woods. It's got that rustic feeling while also being an established city that is walled off. I can't describe how much I love the retexture of the wood too.
I think there's a bit of change down by the docks. So before we head off into the next mod, I do want to check out the docks. Hey, Tyler, I spy something new out on the docks here.
It's a boat.
No, well... It's the thing next to the boat, the big structure that has the wheel. Oh, God. There's a bear.
Here, let me take care of that for you, bud. Julihah, I said it inside the city that you really outdid yourself. I didn't expect there to be an industrial crane out here. That's sick. That's sick as hell.
The docks have always sucked ass.
The detail is unreal. Look at the docks. The wood texture changed. Not that wood texture. Not that wood texture.
Oh, down there? Yeah. It's like darker and has more grain to it.
Julihah, I love it. I can't get enough of it. You did such a good job. I can't wait for the interior. Oh, it's got like a little hanging thing now.
That's so good. all these details. Damn, you made Riften, which was already cool. You just made it you made it look the way that I've always felt about it.
Yeah,
which is just
honestly,
amazing.
If I had to picture Riften in my mind, this is what it would be.
Yeah, this is Julihah. Outdid yourself, and I think that this is a must-get mod if you're trying to improve the cities and the things you've seen 100 times in Skyrim.
It's 100% what I wanted. It's what I would think of when I think of Riften, and what a great start to the episode. Now I'm excited to see what other visual changes we can bring to Skyrim.
All right, well, let's go improve city number 2. Now, Tyler, welcome to Windhelm here for mod number 2. And, not every city mod needs to be a radical overhaul. Sometimes you just need a little punch-up here and there, so...
Tori, go to the left, because mod number 2 is Better Gray Quarter. And what this mod is going to do is it is going to change up it's going to add some, clutter to the Gray Quarter to make it feel more livable.
Right. There wasn't... God damn it! So the Grey Quarter is famously the slums where Ulfric, the douchebag Stormcloak, forces the Dark Elves to live, and you would think that if they're
he's a racist bastard. He sucks.
You would think that there would be more cultural decorations in this area. So this mod just adds some little tweaks like these lanterns, and
which
there's
are
been
from
some,
Solstheim, I believe.
Yeah, so these tattered banners that are all hanging around, those had been there, but they wanted to punch it up a notch and just add some more stuff that makes it feel like, okay, this is it's one culture that's living in this particular area. And I think that having those lanterns around, having the urns placed around there, there's just all of these kind of sitting around that have that Solstheim Morrowind feel to it. It definitely makes the Grey Quarter, it's the little detail that just makes it feel more right for what it is.
Because otherwise, why would you ever come to the Grey Quarter? There's nothing here. There's no missions. There's no side quests. It's like there's nothing to do in the Grey Quarter. And this makes it a more interesting aspect of you can tell that one culture is shoved into this corner of the city. And it's apparent and it's obvious. I love the colorful banners and I hate Ulfric Stormcloak.
I also hate Ulfric Stormcloak.
Oh, look, there's a ladder. Go up there.
Ooh, some more urns. I think we've had this thing before. I think you could get up here if you had a jump mod on before. Oh, wait. Was this always here?
I'm going to say no. What's the note?
Note to the Dragonborn. Oh, I think this is new. This chest is safe to store. Hey, that's cool.
Nice.
So there you go. Some safe storage. I did not even find this in testing. That adds to it. The fact that it's people have had to stack,
Yeah, they're so mistreated by the racist piece of shit, Ulfric Stormcloak, who I was glad to kill time and time again.
Oh, yeah.
I have nothing to add. I just hate Ulfric.
I do as well, but I think that as a small mod that adds to your city and helps kind of improve the feel of it, this is definitely a good one. Those simple little details, a man who can just sit in this chair and drink his skooma. Love
Tori,
it.
I don't think that's skooma.
You don't know that?
I don't think it's skooma. Skooma doesn't look like that.
It's matzi. Mazti.
It's matcha. Do you want to get skinny? Drink this matcha tea. It's so good for you.
Another thing that helps you get skinny is mod number 3.
Legally, we're not allowed to say that. The FDA did tell us that we legally can't say it's guaranteed. But we can say there is a chance that mod number 3 will help you get fit.
Tyler, welcome to Dragonbridge for mod number 3. Now, this mod that has changed the city we had showcased previously, that's not actually part of today's episode. Today's episode is a bit smaller. It's going to be one that changes the inn, the Four Shields Tavern here in the great city of Dragonbridge.
Yes, so none of these exterior changes you're seeing, this is not a part of this mod. This is just the Four Shields Tavern mod, which is purely the interior of the tavern. And what I want to say before we get in is thank you very much, Gibson Lotz, for suggesting this mod. And for the next 3 mods, this is the Gibson trio here.
Yeah, Gibson did inspire this episode when I was theming it, so...
Yeah, this is Gibson's episode. Thank you so much, Gibson Lotz. This one goes out to you. Gibson!
I spy with my little eye something quite different about this tavern. It's this beautiful man.
Right away, you can see that the interior of Four Shields Tavern is made to be recognizable, unique. This is a unique location. At Dragonsbridge, it's the connecting area of a lot of Skyrim. So this is a little bit wealthier of a tavern. It's got that upper deck. It's got, is that more lighting? I can't tell if it's more or similar lighting.
I think it's the same amount of lighting. I think it's using the same shell of the taverns and just making it a bit more unique. So it's not, I walked into a tavern and it looks like all taverns that have ever been made in Skyrim.
There's no fire pit in the middle. It's like dining tables. This is like an Applebee's.
It's God damn, Tyler. We're eating good in the neighborhood tonight here at the Four Shields Tavern because you got tables with a fat buffet.
You are never going to have a bad time at Applebee's, a.k.a. the Four Shields Tavern, because this is an establishment you can bring your whole family to, and it's a great place for a family meal. So did you adopt kids in Skyrim? Bring them to the Four Shields Tavern, a.k.a. Applebee's.
Just like Applebee's, at the Four Shields Tavern, you can let your kids run wild, and the staff will hate you, but they won't say anything.
And kids don't eat free. They get the same 2 for $20 deal. But hey, that's pretty good.
But kids get $1 margs, so drink up.
Kids do get $1 margs. Adults, $2 margs.
Honestly, if the game would have had this kind of stuff from the beginning, just unique designs in terms of table layout and, having, here's a cool looking fireplace and a little spot where you can, sit and drink with a little table. That adds so much. Like I can't even express how much this was needed for and is needed for more of the inns.
Oh, look, there's VIP seating. So if you and a lover want to get down and dirty at Applebee's, here you go.
Tyler,
I'm just
gonna say it. This table right here, that's the one that you're gonna want to reserve for Valentine's Day when you bring your lover to the Applebee's Four Shields Tavern.
Why are there 3 seats though? Are you bringing a potential partner for a threesome? Is this the interview?
No, it's so that my son can sit there.
Hey son, this is how it's done.
Hey son, like she goes to the bathroom and you're like, God damn it, I told you to be my wingman. What the fuck?
There's added dragon decor since it's Dragon's Bridge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so you'll see that giant hanging dragon skull.
Yeah, with the chains that go all the way up to the ceiling. Like this is so good, and God, was it needed. Like I love this, and it's such a nice change, like a small but very, very nice change to this town.
I wish my local Applebee's had a dragon skull hanging from the ceiling. I'd visit more often.
If Applebee's, if my local Applebee's, which is a 5-star Applebee's, did have a dragon skull hanging from it, I don't think you'd have to pry my dead body out of that restaurant, because boy, would I be eating good in the neighborhood.
You'd never get me out. They'd say, hey, it's closing time, and I'd say, I don't think it is. Here's $20. Bring me another entree.
Applebee's is really, really great. Like, I can't express how much this Applebee's means to me.
Four Shields Tavern is also very, very great.
Sorry. Yeah. So I was just, Tyler, when you get me started on Applebee's, boy, can I not get my brain off of that great
stop. Oh, God. What is she running into?
She was running into this Applebee's. She couldn't wait to get her hands on that.
The townsfolk, they can't even get enough of this Applebee's. I do love the sitting by the fire. I think that's a really nice touch. Makes it like a lounge, like an actual inn. There's not just a bedroom, like you can hang out in here. Yeah. But this is, one of the visual and like kind of, just feeling changes that can be done in Skyrim.
Yep.
I recommend it if you spend time in Dragon's Bridge.
Hey, Tyler, I'm going to pound about 8 $1 margs, and then we're going to get into mod number 4. So, Tyler, mod number 4, we're going to start actually just outside of Whiterun. I want to show you on the map where we are. You'll have this little icon for the Hunter's Exchange, Whiterun.
Yep, so it's just like behind Dragon's Reach itself.
Yep,
and it's
north.
This cool encampment area that is called Hunter's Exchange, once again suggested by Gibson Lotz. Gibson, this episode is for you. We love you. We appreciate you. Keep it real, my man.
Keep it so real, Gibson. As you enter, this is basically a small makeshift community where hunters can spend their time. So you can see there's rows of, it's like dormitories of tents. There's just like lines of them, and they all belong to someone. So like they're all owned, and you have all of these different types of hunters around. And God, I think it's a
really cool idea. It's like a separate, like almost like nudist colony community, but they're all hunters. I don't know how else to explain it. Not only can you find a place to stay in this community of hunters, you can also trade your furs, trade the pelts. You can buy like meats and salts and different foods here. So like the hunters are bringing back their goods into this community, and then you can go here and like sell your hunting goods. Like if you're role playing as like a wilderness man,
right? So like
or woman.
It adds the immersion of if you're being a hunter outside of the main city. It gives you a place where you can come and like, no, this is where the commerce for this type of trade happens. So I can like talk to.
I love the deer on the table, kind of like Lannister style. The other thing that I love is that notice board that you saw behind you is actually where you can get. It says a fair bit of gold. So there's like a hunting requisition notice board near the front gate. It functions in the form of trading fur and animal parts for requisition slips that you can then sell for gold.
Yep. So if I were to come over to right here and use hunting requests, let's see here. So, there's an antler, like all these people that need certain things. And so if you're going through and I'm like, oh, okay, perfect. I have some wolf pelts. There you go. I want to create this item. And you have completed that.
Yeah, it's like little, a weird mini
mission.
Quest thing. I love it. It's like a mini game almost, but it's like a side quest notice board. It's like The Witcher 3. It's like you took a contract out.
It really is, though, because especially if you've played everything there is to do and you want to play Skyrim just to kind of be in the world again, which I often did, then it's like, okay, well, perfect. These aren't really pressing things, but it gives me a reason to just go out, play for a little while, come back, see if I have anything. Like, okay, sure, I'll get some antlers.
Roam around the wilderness, especially, like, you're not fast traveling trying to go from mission point to mission point. You're just walking around and you're like, oh, I see a deer. I know I need that.
Right. And so, like coming here, like, oh, okay, here's an alchemist. Like, oh, I wonder what they have for sale. And it's just, I love how it's just like, it almost feels like a community of misfits that are all kind of found a family in each other.
That's the lamest thing you've ever said.
Tyler.
That's wicked lame. No, I think it looks great. It's a cool, like, almost military encampment.
Mm-hmm. Where they're almost like the military, but they all found a family in each other out here.
It's almost like the military without the war crimes.
Well, you don't know what these nasty boys get up to. One of the other really cool things, aside from there being like even watchtowers and stuff that they have people scheduled to go work on, is there's this negotiation tent in here, and let's just hop in there and see what it's like. So inside the negotiation tent, you will find a place where you can actually sleep. So this pile of pelts here, that's a bed for you.
Nice bed. I love it. Like they're kind of using those canvas rolls as pillows. It looks really nice. It's fitting.
It does.
Super fitting. Yeah. It's like a community of misfits came together to make one big bed. Like they all found a bed in each other.
So there's even some safe storage in here. You got a nice... I don't even want to fucking show this anymore, Tyler. I
shot you down so fucking hard.
You cut me with an axe so bad that I just can't recover. I'm bleeding on the floor, screaming, help me, comedy showrunner partner, please. And you just say, no, I think I'll hit you a few more times with this axe until you just die.
Yeah, it's like a meeting. It feels really official. Like in the coolest way, like, okay, like if I have goods to bring or if I have goods that I need to buy, it's like that separate farmer's market area that you can go to and, okay, let's sit down, let's negotiate, see if you can sell your requisition slip to that person.
Okay, so yes, you do have to sell them after you get
worth a lot too, 214 gold that you can sell those requisition slips for, and that was just one wolf pelt. So they weren't kidding when they said you can make... This is an actual way to be profitable if you're role-playing as a hunter in Skyrim.
Yeah, I think this is such a cool and unique idea that, like, I hope that there's more of these that can get added, because I think that would be cool to have these stationed around the world of Skyrim, and it just really does add to the immersion of the world and makes Whiterun feel all the more better for it. Like, there are people who break away from the main areas of commerce.
Yeah, I'd like there to be more of these areas kind of like stationed around major cities, because then it would be like, okay, there's more misfits around Skyrim that kind of came together as a larger group, like they found a family in each other.
All right, well, I'm getting pretty sick of this, so I think it's time to get on to the final mod of the day. Let's go. Hey, Tyler, do you remember back on mod number 1 when you said that foliage and stuff doesn't really work for Whiterun?
I mean, I've said it before. I don't think that's always the case, but I know I did say it earlier in the episode.
Well, I just need you to say that you might like it because I'm a little bit worried to show you the mod I picked out for the final one here.
Oh, Tori, if you really messed up today, I'm gonna be mad at you. And as soon as we're legally allowed to see each other, I'll beat the crap out of you.
Ta-da! Hey, what do you think of this one, Tyler?
You know what? It's a lot, but I think it's pretty good.
Okay,
I like it,
thank
like especially
goodness.
that kind of like grand entrance feeling.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm glad because this one we've shit a lot on like trees and stuff being placed in Whiterun.
I don't understand why a city would have so many goddamn trees in it.
But I think in this particular case, this one really does work because it's a lot. You're gonna see some frame drops, like you can see in our gameplay right here if you get this, but. They really did a lot to Whiterun, and I think the design of it is really what helps it all kind of come together there.
The design is great. The saturation is great. The lighting in the city right now is incredible, which helps it so much.
Yeah, that's surreal lighting.
This looks like a Twitter dreamland right now. Like, I just want to take care of my plants all day. This is their dream world.
This is their dream world. It was a bunch of misfit plants that all came together and found a botanical family.
It feels like it's buried in the woods almost. Like, okay.
Yes.
I will say I'm not...
Oh, God, Big Guard, you scared the shit out of me.
I'm not a big fan of the idea itself, but their execution of it was objectively very good.
Yeah, so...
It looks amazing. It looks phenomenal. It's just, does it really make sense that Whiterun feels like it's in the middle of the woods when it's not whatsoever? Like it's
it's in the middle of it's in the middle of flatlands and stuff. Like I think it looks great, and though it might not exactly be lore friendly, I think that the design really did a lot because it very much changes just the sort of skyline, I guess, if you will, of Whiterun.
If you're going for a very different feel for Whiterun, this is it, because it looks great. It feels super, super different, but I mean, I just can't make sense of it, though.
Right.
Like, if you don't care about that, then this is the mod for you. Like,
or if you have the mod that adds all the trees outside of Whiterun and stuff, that might make it feel a little bit more natural.
Yeah, it's so much, and it looks amazing. It really does. It looks phenomenal. It's just a lot.
It feels so different to walk through the city because you're lost in so much foliage and stuff. It's not just open like, oh, I can cut through yards and stuff. It's like you really are kind of maneuvering around the foliage and stuff, and it gives it such a different feel while you're in here.
Specific paths. It really lays down those specific paths that you walk along.
If you want something that's a little bit more wild, a little bit more untamed, I think this is a unique change to the city that it definitely makes it feel different. And if you're trying to get a nice change of the cities of Skyrim, I think this is gonna fit you just right.
I love it. Like, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
I just can't get over how gorgeous it feels to walk through this, because it really feels like you're in this beautiful conservatory. Like, Whiterun is a conservatory. Doesn't really make sense because Whiterun's a metropolitan, but god damn does it look good. It almost reminds me of like what a coven area would look like. Like a weird like witch's coven that, like, because it's super natural and woodsy and there's a lot of flowers, and it's like a lot of like misfit witches kind of came together and they found a community.
So there you have it, folks. We've shown off a couple big mods to really change up the cities of Skyrim, and a couple small tweaks that can help just upgrade the cities of Skyrim a little bit. If you want to suggest any mods for future episodes, you can do so on Twitter. I will be at Lurking Lion.
I will be at Subtly Cool, or you can always send them to our shared Twitter, which is at Shapeless Media. However, the best place is always going to be in the comments. Leave a comment if you liked this video. If you found it helpful, leave a like. That's super, super helpful. We're always in the comments. We're always engaging. We have a couple regulars that we're always talking to. So if you want to hop in on that, hey, now's the time. We got nothing else to do.
Tyler, even though you thought he was a really good friend of yours, might absolutely rip you a new asshole in front of an audience, but hey.
I really hope for that reason this is one of our most like watched episodes because one, it's a good episode. It's tight. It's, there's not a long intro, gets right into the mods, straightforward, and also I do absolutely obliterate you with facts and logic.
You're like the Ben Shapiro of Skyrim.
Actually.
Often horses are called the dolphins of the land.